You're probably right. Those Jen senses are exactly right. It's still pretty thick out there. Temperatures today could be 90, so some of the feels like in the mid to upper 90s. So if it's better, think of that as a couple degrees. But yeah, so I would still say warm and humid today, but maybe a little bit better. And you know what? Each day it just gets better and better. You just get used to it out there. You know, it's good for the skin. It's good for the skin. High temperatures are going to head to 90. I'm going to focus in on the next couple of days because Wednesday we're still expecting 90 degrees. Mid 80s Thursday, rain chances not as much as a factor, I think, for the first portion of the day. But then do you see Friday now lit up in red, that 60% chance for those thunderstorms? That's a weather impact alert for Friday, and I'm going to dive into the reason why. Now, we are talking clouds this morning, not impacting your visibility, but those cloud ceilings are low, and that's why it is warm. So we are in the mid to upper 70s, 77 in Tomball, 75 in Conroe, 74 this morning in Cleveland. Sticky icky, that's going to take you through the afternoon. 86 at noon today. You see that sticky icky, high humidity with the clouds. Then by the afternoon, 90. I think temperatures feeling more in the mid to upper 90s, but maybe with a little bit of that sunshine today, it'll feel maybe a little bit better there. So thunderstorm complex rolling into the southeast. So we've still got thunderstorms that we're tracking across the southeast region. Across Texas right now, we're getting a break, but let me tell you, later this afternoon, we will be watching the potential of thunderstorms in North Texas. What I'm watching, do you see some of the snow in Denver? Yeah, this is going to be connected to a front that heads our way. So as far as the overall severe weather threat, today it's all areas to our north. Let me show you what happens tomorrow. So now I'm diving into Wednesday. This is a level 1 severe weather threat, level 1 out of 5. Everyone's shaded there in green. We could see an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow that is even borderline on the strong side. Not everyone. I'll quickly get through today on our future track because it's just the clouds that'll be in place. Watch what happens though tomorrow afternoon and evening. Pausing our future track at 2:30, maybe a few thunderstorms from Huntsville into Livingston, but otherwise everyone is dry. So a big part of your day tomorrow is still really dry. I pause our future track at 7 p.m. Look at some of these thunderstorms rolling across the area. That is why the level 1 risk for severe weather has been issued. It's isolated, but it'll still be present, level 1. Diving into Thursday, not as much rain expected, but now Friday. Friday is going to become very interesting. In fact, the overall flood threat on Friday has increased. This is why there's a weather impact alert issued for Friday. Do you see that level 2, that yellow, that slight risk for excessive rainfall that cuts into Harris County, Montgomery County, all areas north into Dallas and west into Austin, Waco, San Antonio. Are you traveling this weekend, trying to get to Austin? Everyone going to be dealing with some heavy thunderstorms. So again, on and off rain potentially setting up for Friday. I'd say about 1/2 to 1.5 inches of rain at this point. Once it's out of here, Saturday actually shaping up a little bit drier. Balloon. Oh my goodness, Sacramento. Okay, well this morning your forecast is still hot. It is still humid. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 70s. 77 in Tomball, 75 in Conroe, 76 at Hobby Airport. These clouds that are blanketing the area, well, it trapped all that heat from yesterday, and well, there you go. Here we go for our repeat today. So cloudy skies in place now, low cloud ceilings, not impacting your visibilities really bad. I mean, we're talking visibilities between about 7 to 8 miles, but by lunchtime today, a little bit of that sunshine. Oh, it's going to be sticky out there. 90 degrees this afternoon. Feels like temperatures still in the mid to upper 90s. So what I'm tracking for you, we hit 90 degrees yesterday. It was the first 90-degree day we've had so far this year. Did you think it was a scorcher? Yes. Isolated showers return midweek today, tomorrow, Thursday. I'm going to go over that timeline. And then the next chance for really area-wide rain, maybe even some heavy rain, will be Friday. And that could be on and off, more like a washout during the day and leading up to the evening. So Friday is trending more like a washout if you've got some big plans on Friday. Take a look at the storm complex across the southeast. Nationally, this is what you're going to be hearing about. That's going to prompt severe weather across a big portion of the southeast. Now, not only that, I'm watching a cold front. See all this snow falling right now in Colorado? This is connected with the same system that's expected to arrive tomorrow. So as far as your severe weather threat, today it stays well north of the city. Do you see what happens on Wednesday? The entire area is shaded there there in green. That's a level 1 out of 5 threat, maybe for an isolated strong thunderstorm. Not everyone will see that. The chance is really low, but I think the threat will be there. Let me show you on our future track. Today, we're just covered in clouds for your Tuesday. Not much action going on. So I'll quickly dive into your Wednesday. First portion of the day is dry tomorrow. So think morning hours through midday on Wednesday, dry. Stopping this at 2:30, see some of the showers from Huntsville into Livingston. So far, not much activity in the city. Once I get to about 5, 6, 7 p.m., some of these thunderstorms even want to roll across portions of Montgomery, Harris County, and that could impact your evening. That's why I give a low chance, but the chance for a strong thunderstorm is present. Diving into Thursday, I've had to increase rain chances slightly. It's not as widespread, but just fairly scattered. I don't think it's going to be severe, but it's going to be the start of a big change, especially for Friday. As far as the overall flood threat, notice tomorrow for your Wednesday, we're at a level 1, a marginal risk. As I zoom in, that's the case basically for everyone. Remember the chance for a few of those strong thunderstorms. And then Thursday, it's basically areas north of the city. Now, fast forward into Friday. This is the big picture I want you to take note of. We are at a slight risk. That level 2 on Friday is including Harris County, Montgomery County, Waller County. So a big part of the area could see anywhere from 1/2 to 1.5 inches of rain, on and off kind of soaking rain. That's why I've issued this weather impact alert for Friday. Then we transition into and then it's really Friday, guys. Friday is trending a little bit more like a washout. I know always to kind of start the weekend in the week. It's kind of a bummer on a Friday, but you know, it is what it is. Now this morning we've got clouds in place, no real rain. I know it looks like it could rain, but we are going to stay mostly dry for today. So if we catch a little sprinkle out of these clouds, and think about a 10% chance. Okay, very much like yesterday. We're also starting off this morning with, I would say, very slight reduced visibilities. Pearland 7 miles, Wharton 7 miles, IH at 7 miles. Not enough to slow you down, but just saying heads up. You know, low cloud ceilings this morning. A little bit of sunshine by lunchtime today, 86. I go sticky, icky today. By the afternoon, 90. Feeling more into the mid to upper 90s. That's exactly like yesterday. Can you believe we had our first 90-degree day yesterday? So it was very warm, very humid. Notice tomorrow about the same. Rain chances pop in, but fast forward Friday. I've issued a weather impact alert. I'm going to go over that timeline for you. How much rain we can expect on Friday in just a little bit. Now here's Junior.